and I'm not sure why it's saying I'm not. Hopefully I'm actually live now, fingers crossed. So good evening and welcome everyone to Lazy Mini Painting. I am Laz. Hi Buzzard and Northern. If either one of you could do me a favour and say yes you can hear me, just so I know I've actually gone live, because after last night's complete enough to mess up, I'm not sure anymore. I haven't got a clue. I have not got a clue. So hopefully I am live. Fingers crossed. Now got to go find the portrait mode, because again I don't know if he's going to be working in portrait mode. So hopefully I can close that now, because for some reason it doesn't auto start on you, or it tells me it's not auto starting, and I do not have a portrait mode, do I? The portrait mode is not happening. So what we do then is we have to go into studio mode, and I'm going to have to delete the portrait mode. I'm going to have to delete the portrait one. There is no portrait one tonight. Sorry, people.
But the other one's working.
But yeah. Sparkle says the other one is working, so that's good. So I'm just going to delete that portrait one. So delete forever. Yes, I understand. It is going bye-bye. And no, can't hear me. Thank you very much. But it is the final episode, final-ish thing of the Magical World of Sparkles and Oak tonight. And, as I did let you know, Northern, it is Northan. I think he's actually got a cigarette in his mouth as well. But it's the Bard Bird that we have available now, which is going to be absolutely amazing, hopefully, once we've got it done. Also, along with that, there is a surprise gift that I've not been allowed to open. Well, of course, it's been in my possession, but I agreed not to open it until I got to this episode of doing all this. Good evening, Ali. Good evening. That gift has been sent by Graham, and it is wrapped up just over there with sparkles, ready to open it once I've got partway through at least the painting session. I have to be finishing this tonight, otherwise I'm breaking my side of the bargain. Change top chat to live chat. Smart thinking. Right, so shall we get started, shall we get started? We have a very, very ostentatious bird, I'm going to say, because he's got lots of straps and bullety things on him and all sorts, as well as his feet aren't exactly the easiest ones to position and glue down. So I'm going to start from feet upwards, just so I can, yeah. Oh, no, not Northern Nice New Baby. Yeah, you're not getting much sleep. You're not getting much sleep. I'm going to start from his feet up, that way I can hold his foot and hold him in place so he doesn't fall off all the time. So we're going to start with Avalon Sunset, and then brighten it up with Flash. Oh no, wait a minute, we've got another one, haven't we? We've got another yellow now. We've got two yellows. Which one do we want? No, we're going to go for the new one. We're going to go for the Ariel yellow, because it's not quite as bright. So give him a good shake up, because that's what you need to do. And we start with Avalon Sunset. And we need to get brushes. Brushes, complex, thank you very much, because I've got a nice clean brush to use. Because I wasn't ready. As per bloody usual. I was not ready for this evening. So that one, and that one. And one more. So we've got a big one, a little one, and we want a stupid tiny one, just to do stupid tiny bits. That one. So we'll use those three brushes for this evening. Yeah, well, welcome to the crazy little world of being a parent, Northern. It is mentally taxing. Is one way to put it. You will love them to bits, but you'll want to kick them out of the window every other day as well. So Kids are kids. They're amazing when they're small. Wait till they get older though. Then they start asking for things like money and do stuff. And then they start ignoring you. But they still want the money, so don't worry. They'll still want to come and talk to you for that. I am at the moment, Ali. For some reason, the portrait mode didn't start. The portrait mode just did not start. So I think I've changed the settings somewhere, but I'm not sure what setting I've changed. So I'm going to have to go... Yeah, I'll have a look again on Monday and see if I can find which setting I've actually changed to make it not work anymore. The fact that this one's working, though, is absolutely wonderful. It also means that I don't have to use my phone. So it does free that up, I suppose. So, first of all, we need to get paint out of said paint pot. I'm just glad I'm not having the technical issues that I was having yesterday, because I had to start the stream about 4 times just to get it into some kind of state where it actually displayed properly. I am not pushing all the buttons, Vicky. I am not pushing all the buttons. It doesn't work for Dan. It doesn't work for Dan. He just rolls with it, with whatever happens. He also uses different software to me. So, and a singular camera and silly little things like that. I mean, if I was running off one camera, I could probably just run it through YouTube and make it a whole lot easier. But no, I want to be a technically pain in the backside, don't I? So I want to run 2 cameras. It is the last one that is live for Sparkles and Oak, Kylie. I'm not sure. Well, I do know what my next project's going to be. But we'll... If all health fell... That's not fair. I can't hit Ali. That's not fair, Northern. I am not hitting Ali. And Ali's the only spanner that I've got in at the moment. So I can't just hit the spanner. I like my tools. My tools are useful. My tools are great. My tools are all fun and nice people. So let's start with these feetsies and these footsies. Just so then I can actually hold them down and it's a little bit easier. Now, it does have slightly webbed feet. Is it webbed feet? No, they're not webbed feet. They're just 3 pointy toes. That's all it is. 3 pointy toes. If I can get them painted, as I said, I can hold it down by that front foot then, and the rest of him isn't going to wobble. But for now, I think I'm going to have to take him off that and hold him by his hat. So I can get in and behind all these little tiny bits. So now we know why Northern has not been here, because Northern has been sleepless nighting. I hope everybody else has had a good week as well. As far as a good week can go, obviously, perfect week would be a nice thing, but no, we never get perfect weeks, do we? We just get close enough. We get tolerable and done a lot of the time, so we keep that as it is. So final model. I don't know what to do. I'm not entirely sure what colours are going exactly where. I've got a rough idea, but I haven't completely decided yet. No, he is going to be black feathered because he's going to be on the mountain side of the diorama, which I have tested into the little slotty hole thing down there, and it fits. And that's where it is at the moment. I've had to move all the Pokemon cards out of the way, but it's in. It's fit. Right, feetsies. Feetsies are bright. I know we're going to look like a duck for a little bit. He's not a duck. But while I've got the yellow out, what else do I need to do that's yellow? Would be his beak. one thing I have spotted once I've dry brushed him is he does have he has an eye patch. He has an eye patch, which is not going to be fun to paint at this scale. So I'm going to do my very, very best to get it done. I'm going to have to paint in his little cigarette thing first, and then leave that to dry and paint back over it. I have, oh dear, where's my book? I found my book. We found my book, didn't we, Ellie? We found my book. We figured out where it was. Between us, we figured out to ask Sparkles. Because we're clever like that. We need, when it comes to names, we've got about 8 left, but we have a selection of names like Orin, Sybil, Rothgar, Shin, Percival, Morag, Mizrench, Narb, Cthulhu, which I think might end up being the bartender's name, Pael, and Leon. We have names. Anyone else wants to put any other names in there, they will go into the random name section. This character is named, though. This character is Northan. So Nor-Than. Than. Oh, Northern. Actually, Northern would probably be better, wouldn't it? Northern. Northern would be a better option, I think. So if we bring that a bit closer, you can see where his beak is coming in now. So next would be, let's do the highlights, I suppose. Or should we come back? No, yeah, let's do the highlights now. And that way I can leave the feet out of the way. When the campaign is finished, you want him. I'm afraid these are, well, as far as I'm aware, these are not going to be for sale. But that's as far as I'm aware. Sparkles may decide I'm taking up too much room in the house. As anyone who's had a look on Discord will notice, that I've now got a stack of Warhammer that's bigger than Sparkles. Sparkles may decide, no, we're getting rid of some. In which case, that's entirely up to her. What we're getting rid of, and I have a feeling that Warhammer will be on the list first, before the D&D characters. Just a slight, I've got, when you get that slight feeling that out of all the things I'm going to be asked to get rid of first, it's going to be the excess Warhammer. And it's not like I can turn around and say, I don't have excess Warhammer anymore. You want first dibs with the time comes? Fair enough. I will give you first dibs with the time comes. But this entire project has been a labour for my love, as opposed to a labour of love. I'm getting smiles because this is. I'm not sure what it actually. I'm not sure what species of bird it actually is, Ali. I just know it's a bird. It's a bird of some description. I'm just not sure what species. The only two that I knew, the other one, the assassin, was a penguin, and I knew the Eldritch Knight was an owl. The Eldritch Knight is now Buzzard, by the way. Just for those who are wondering why the Eldritch Knight has had his name changed, he is now Buzzard. Because I've changed Buzzard from being a hairy potato to a bird. Makes more sense. Good evening, Lee. Good evening. Nice to see you in. And anybody else who's come to join, please feel free to chat away to each other and to me. I do take left turns, and all of you in chat are very, very nice to help me do that. Make me make that nice left turn halfway through a conversation and get lost, not realising what I'm actually talking about anymore, and then continue on from there. Alright, this is the size 0, that is the size 1, and that is the 00. So I want the size 1 again. Now we want to colour his cloak, or his Please don't be another Barnaby. Barnaby's already took 4 jumps off the top of the bloody thing. And I saw him earlier. I only put it down and I saw him edging towards the edge to jump off the back again. Barnaby the bat does like to try and fly. So let's get his jacket done. Now how far down? No. His back feathers are just feathers. His jacket doesn't come down that far. Okay. I can deal with that. I can deal with it. It's not too bad. Beaky is a good name for a bird. He's also the wise eldritch owl. So not only can he slash you up with his sword, he can also smash you in the face with a spell or two as well. Mostly smites, basically. Very similar to a paladin. Just doesn't have to follow the oaths as much. Doesn't have to be an essentially lawful stupid. He can just be true neutral. Now I can't remember. Is he purple? If he's purple, then he's part of the militia. So he'll go along with Nadal and Ali, because Ali is part of the militia as well. And the yet to be named sheep. Which make up the 4th person police party. Which you can actually make a decent party out of. You'll end up with a barbarian, a cleric, a paladin, and an eldritch fighter. So you'll have bits of healing, you'll have some support, you'll definitely have some power output and some DPS. Ali's just going to smash things with the axe, that's why. I'm not sure how much of an advantage to jumping though I wish to give to Ali the bunny. I would like to give each one something towards their actual animal typings. So that's why Sparkles and Oak can't wear armour, but they have a naturally high AC because of the big turtle shell. Northern, you had a duck that survived 2 fox attacks. You called him Duck Norris. Oh, that's funny. Duck Norris. The only duck that can roundhouse. Right, that's his jacket. Did that just do something then? That's just done a lot of things. Okay, no, leave it alone. Leave that alone. Right, now, take under the hat just to get some of that shading. Ah, it's running out. It's running out, running out. Brown. I'm running out of brown. Brown, 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 brown. Because although, is he? I can't even remember what I have classed him, so I do know what this character class is, and obviously Northern being the name, but Northern's better, I think, because then it's just, otherwise it's Northern, and Northern doesn't sound as good as Northern. Northern, yeah, no, definitely Northern. It's just a better sounding name. I wonder if you had a chicken that did the same thing, could you call it Cluck Norris? I want a chicken now that can kick and fight, so we can call it Cluck Norris. Proper fighty chickens. The type that you can't have anywhere near your neighbour's dog because he's going to rip it to shreds. That type of chicken. Yeah, big claws. I want a Cluck Norris. I mean, I do live near various small bodies of water, so ducks can happen. But because I live near bodies of water, the duck's going to fly off and just leave us. But if we get a chicken, I've got to keep it in a coop and they can't fly. So I'm going to have Cluck Norris. Oh. No, that's you just put wrong ideas in my head. That's what you've just done. And obviously when it comes to Sunday roast time, you could always pluck Norris, couldn't you? These are getting worse. These are getting worse. I'm sorry. So we have a nice... They can trash my garden. That's alright. They can trash my garden. It's a slope that isn't that great anyway, so it'll be alright. Have himself some fun. Can even go for a bit of a wander and attack a couple of the neighbours if he wants to. There's one or two where I won't stop him. There's a couple where I would, but there's a few where he can go and attack the neighbours. Just because, well, he can. So although I'm painting all this brown, and there are straps on this, I'm aware there are straps on this section because it's what's holding his guitar on. Thank you for calling in, Ali. You have a good night and good luck with work tomorrow. You seem to be having lots of fun with this new job, or at least they're paying you well enough for you to get up every morning. That's the main thing. So he's got one eye patch and he's got an eye available open. Right. So I've not picked a colour for the eye patch because I didn't know he had an eye patch. And just so people can see the size of him, yeah, he's tiny. If you're wondering how the hell are you bloody painting in, I'm not sure. Alright, Northern's got it, and if not then Buzzard will just remember to... Buzzard will get all the boss and... Well, that's where I get clipped round the head and get told to sort it out. Actually, I've realised I can actually do that now, can't I? If I go on and actually watch it properly, I've turned it down as well, so I'm alright. I've got full access to my moderator powers, haven't I? Moderator. I'm the channel bleeding owner, for Christ's sakes. I should have more than moderator powers, shouldn't I? Good evening, Graham. Right, now you're in. Sparkles can do the bit that she needs to do. Because once I've painted this little fella, that's it, it's done. And you said I can't do anything until he was done, so yay. If you like to give Sparkles the go ahead through chat, because she is there reading, you tell her she can open that box and she can open that box. It's there, ready, waiting. Yeah. Oh yes. Never holding a fart. Never holding a fart. Hold down the fort, but never holding a fart. It's not good. It can hurt and make your tummy a bit not right, can't it? Especially if it's a big one. And of all things, if it's a shat, run to the toilet and let it out. for those of you who don't know what a shart is, it's a shit and a fart altogether. You don't want them. You don't want them. Open the wedding present. He said you can open it now, Ken.
Can I?
It says right there. Yeah, sure. Open the wedding present.
Why is it not come up on mine?
Have you got it on live chat or all?
Oh.
Yeah, for some reason it's not popped up on there either. But that's different because that's not on at all. That's on top filter. Show all. Yeah, no, it's there. He says, hi and bye, Graham, and then Graham says, yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, have you finished?
I'm not finished, but I'm going to carry on with you. And you're sat over there.
Well, you're not finished yet, have you?
I will be by the end of it. But I'm not. You're doing that over there. I don't get to find out until after you've opened it. So I don't get to find out until A, you go, ooh, and drag my attention over to it, or I remember that you actually opened something and then go, oh yeah, what was it? Now let's try and just catch some of this hat. Don't want to paint it too much. Do still want some of the dark brown in there. Sort of brighten up the edge, the very, very, very edges, to give it a bit more of a. See that it's just slightly tinted, not quite full in. An Orky song about sharting. Can't do it in Orky voice. Too many variables in the actual word. Oh, can't say shorting. Can't do it. Nah. Oh, can't say shorting. You go on, you shit yourself down. But I can't say sharting properly in a Orc voice. Which is a bit of a letdown. But not letdown, but it's I need more practice with how to enunciate in an Orc voice. So yeah, Orcs can say shit, but they can't say sharts. Make of that what you will, but they can't, or I can't in their voice anyway. And we go for just round the edges of the guitar. And then we're going to paint in round the middle-y bit, just touches of yellow. With... Why are all the Kalinskis starting to get bad? I don't want to have to buy a new set of Kalinskis. Ooh. I heard an ooh, so it's interesting whatever is going on behind me. Do mushrooms? I'm not sure. Well, they eat, so I imagine they have to get rid of waste somehow. But how, I'm not entirely sure. Because they have grog and they eat grots and squigs. So, how they get rid of waste, I don't know. But they do eat and drink, because that's why you have a Ruck Truck Squig Bug. It's essentially a mobile... It's a mobile food truck that races and blows up sometimes. But that's a Ruck Truck Squig Buggy. So they do eat. But how they release their waste products? I mean, it might just get released through the skin as spores. And just create more orcs. Or more orcoids. Because you have squigs, you have gretchins and grots. Which are all orcoids. It's just that some of them are just a little bit more orky than others. I heard an ooh behind me, but that is all I've heard, so I don't know what it is yet.
Wait for you to finish.
So, yeah, Sparkles is actually waiting for me to actually finish painting entirely before she lets me see. Now, she's seen it now, Graham. Sparkles has seen it. I have not. So I'm not entirely sure what good ooh. I'm assuming it's a good ooh, like she said. You cleaning them. Am I cleaning them? Am I cleaning what? Oh, don't confuse me, Graham. What am I supposed to be cleaning now? Don't tell me you sent me something that needs cleaning. Have you sent me something that needs cleaning? Or did you mean my brushes? My brushes, I do clean them, it's just that they're old. They are really old. You've got to be getting to about 10, 15 years old. Sparkles making brushes, right? Yeah, I do clean my brushes. I just don't always use a soap on them. And yeah, they are old. Right. Just because the way Northern's requested it, I have to turn that one off for a minute. Right, now I can close my eyes and move. So that Sparkles can go put whatever it is on the camera, but Sparkles won't end up being on the camera.
What am I doing?
Whatever that is you've just done, see where the camera is, the one that's pointing down at the desk.
I'd have to open it.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm going to be stood here like this. Because you say I can't see until I've finished that, but everyone else wants to see. Apart from Graham, he already knows what it is. This is dark here. Can't see nothing. But yes, this is Sparkles. Say hello, everyone. She's going to show you what I'm not allowed to see at the moment. So I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Is it done?
Done.
Done. Right. So you all know now something that I don't. So yeah, you all know now what it is, and I've not got a clue. Isn't that good? Right. So we started on the guitar. It's all right. It's all right. The thing was, I'm not allowed to see it. Fine, I'm not allowed to see it, but that doesn't mean that everybody else can't. I mean, I'll get to see it by the end. So it's not like I won't see it at all. It's just, yeah. The agreement was I've got to finish this first. Which in this case means finishing up the College of Valor Bard, who's not so much valor, more vanity, with a bit of sharpshooter in there. So this might be the first split class, and I might make him a ranger just so I can give him like sharpshooter feats and stuff. I might just give him sharpshooter feats anyway, just to help him be able to be that fast gunslinging. Son of a bird that he is. Okay. He's getting there. I mean, it shouldn't take too long to do this, which is worrying me, because if it's not taking long, that means either A, I've missed something, or B, I'm getting better. And my natural tendency is to think that I've missed something rather than me getting better. So we shall see. We shall see. Alright, so I've got his chief thing to do, which I wanted to do green and jade. Just to give him a nice bright bit round his neck. So we're going to start with Sabarite green to do his chief. And then move on to bright jade as the highlight colour. Sound's gone. Don't tell me sound's gone. That's not good. Hello? Hello, hello, hello. Sound back? I hope so. Sound good, sound bad. Never mind, it was your internet. No worries. Then I shall continue on. Carefree. Like most of my life. Get so far, it's like, oh, I can't do nothing about that, so don't worry about it. Clean that Citadel brush off, which has taken a battering recently. And then we want, you're just going to be that type of model all night? Really? Fine, I'll treat you as that type of model all night. And I will do it this way. So, along here, there is his kerchief, neck scarf, whatever you want to call it. The thing he can pull up above his face and go, stick your hands up, empty the, basically be a not nice person and go rob a train or something. Because he does hang around with a thief and a murderer. Sorry, assassin. Those are where he hangs out. Little penguin assassin and a little bat rogue. Well, he basically hangs around with the two rogues. Out of all the characters, he spends his time up there. So hopefully now, let's put him on my hand flat so we can see him a bit. And slowly the colour's coming into him. He doesn't just look like a grey splodge anymore, which is good. And just to make sure, for those of you who think, no, you definitely peeked then. No, I was stood behind sparkles like that a minute ago. So I couldn't see anything, that's why it was all dark. Really dark. I'm going to want his holsters to be that colour as well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Because I do want bits of brightness in there. Just spots of colour to stop it from being all brown and black. That's why the penguin ended up with red on him. This one's going to end up with greens and blues. Have I pulled any blues out? Nope, I've just got greens and silvers. I've tried to make it a sunburst guitar. Now, if I zoom in too far, you can see the differences and where I've put yellow and then gone back over it with brown. But if I keep it at a nice distance, yeah, it does work. Thankfully, just thank you for noticing. Because to be quite honest, a lot of people probably wouldn't. Alright, so that's his kerchief and his two gun holsters, which I've not quite done all of, as I found out now. Because he is ready to draw. His hands are literally there, ready to just... He is quickish on that bit, I hope, anyway. That's the idea. So next, if we're working around the torso area, it's metallics, which is the bullets, which are going to be... They shouldn't be bronze, they should be brass. Where's my brass gone? Where has my brass gone? Where has my brass gone? So well I can't... Oh, there it is. Is that it? Yeah, I found my brass. He is ready to caw. And put 2 readies right through you. He's the ass-kicking avian. Everyone knows us Northian. So we want the brass casings. Down there. And this is the hard bit now. And I don't want too much of a shine up there, but I want enough to show that there are strings. So it should be just enough of a shine on them, I think. I hope. Not to take anything away from the actual brown bit itself, but enough of a shine on the actual strings to show that. No, this is an actual guitar. He does play it. He's not Jeff Jarrett bang with it. I think I just thought of his improvised weapon. I might have to make it a magical guitar. So he doesn't smash when he hits people with it. So he has a melee weapon, which will be his guitar now. And 2 pistols, which will have the stats, essentially, of a hand crossbow. But I might give him each 3 shots before he have to reload. Which will be weird. And slightly overpowered, in fairness. But then again, I've got a flying barbarian with a bonk stick. I've got a flying rogue. So it's not like it's unheard of for me to have slightly overpowered characters. Right. Rakarth Flesh. Oh no, not Rakarth Flesh, you absolute buffoon. Essentially a wooden axe, yeah. See, you know what it means, Northern. You know what it means. If you smack someone over the head with a guitar, it is essentially a wooden axe. As opposed to the stone axe, which Ellie uses. I don't think anybody else uses an axe. They've either got bonk sticks or swords. Or stabby in cases. So I don't think many others actually use an axe. So yeah, essentially a wooden axe for this guy. Nothing has a wooden axe, he smashes him in the head. He'll keep on smashing at Yumi's face until the Yumi's dead. Yeah, he's got a wooden axe in hand and he can play a nice little tune. Don't you come too close to him or is it you too? Please don't ask. I don't know. This is where the ADHD gets let out on it occasionally because I'm concentrating on something else. So it takes advantage of the fact that I'm not concentrating on it to keep it kind of locked in. And then jumps out and does things like that. Don't get control over it all the time. Try and keep control, but yeah. If it happens and it jumps out, then, well, it's happened. And I'm not editing it. We all know my thoughts on editing. So it does not work. It doesn't work. Don't edit. It takes too long and the sound just gets messed up. So now, nice greenish kerchief. Something's wrong with this. I'm not sure what. The focus isn't quite right. I'm not sure why. But the focus isn't quite right. So next, we want Zandri Dust and Rakarth Flesh next. Those are the 2 lighter browns. So it can have like darkish leather top, but have nice kind of khaki bottoms. Yeah, I think that'll work. I hope. Anyway. If it doesn't, I could always redo it with black because I do have the black out. Brought the black out in case I make mistakes. I usually do, but then... Not saying I don't make mistakes, I just make happy accidents instead. And I find a way to work with them. Because I know how long it takes to repaint a bloody model. And it is not the quickest bloody thing to do. So now we need trousers. Paint the trousers. Paint the pants bit, things that cover up his tallywhacker. The birds have a tallywhacker? Do they? I think they do. They must have. I know there's probably people thinking, what on earth is a tallywhacker? Well, if his pants cover it, I think you can figure it out. And if you can't figure out what his pants cover up, that might be a tallywhacker, then you've led a sheltered life. Just saying. Although it probably is a very British word, that one. So there is a good chance that if you are not British, you might still be thinking, nope. Unless you mean, oh dear. And then, yep, you've just come to the right conclusion. They do not have tallywhackers, okay. Well, he likes to pretend, so he's got a tallywhacker cover. See, the most difficult bit of this is going to be doing the black bits. Because some of them are nice and easy, like the feathers at the back aren't too bad. But his arms and his face have gone a little bit too light. So that's not going to be fun. I've got to say though, these characters have been getting quicker and quicker as I've been going through. So maybe my ability to paint is getting better. What do you all think? I mean, I'm a worst critic, so I'm going to say no every time anyway. But some of you you've seen me progress. You've seen me from way back years ago when I'm barely even holding a brush wrongly to put the paint on. At least now I'm holding it wrong and getting the paint in the right places. So there is that. There is an added bonus for that. But I'm not entirely sure whether or not I am actually getting better. There's only one way I'll find that out, and that's to trial and see what my other models are like from years ago properly. But then I end up pulling out my bloody Librarian, which is still one of the best models that I've ever painted. So it's not really fair to drag that one out, is it? Again, and then compare it to the ones that, alright, I might be slightly better at now, but even doing that one is difficult to actually go, no, that one was good. Yeah, just to brighten up the edges of his hat a little bit more, because that is very bright up there. And just so you can see the ridges and the textured parts in it, and keep the colours. Keeping the colours is one of the main parts, so that's why I'm going to use this to do it, as opposed to going for like really pure bright. Just a slight touch with the Zandri dust, just try and catch those straps again and the bits and pieces of his jacket. Anything like his arms and things that I've caught in the meantime, I can always go back over them, so that's not too bad. Superfine brush to do a belt buckle. And then bright gun handles. Tips, of course, are going to be gun metal. 2 parts blue, 1 part black, and then dark wash over for the feathers. Could I not just do black, dry brush, and then use Dragunov Nightshade? Would that not work? And then I could go back and dry brush again. I might try that. I'm not very good at mixing parts, you see, because I usually end up getting more out than I need to in the first place, and then I'm absolutely useless at. You can ask Graham what my ratio things are like. Graham will tell you all. Laz cannot do ratios. He's hopeless at it, which is why he ends up with a bear that is way, 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 way bigger than it should be. That's how I end up with Lavarus rather than a standard side dreadnought. So black and blue for the actual right. That's not a bad idea though, Nathan. No, it's not a bad idea. I might just come back and just blue wash all the feathers before I come in and do the rest. So pop him on there again. See, he is coming there, he's getting there. It is a good bear. One of his arms has fell off, so I've got to re-glue it back on because it weighs a bit. It's a lot of resin. It's a damn sight lot of resin. Far more resin than I should have been. I'm glad you put the holes in it so it drained and it's hollow. And I still make him carry a dreadnought every now and again just for fun. It amuses me that I can put a dreadnought in each claw and he'll hold them there off the ground. It does make me laugh. Right, so we need black. No. What we need is... What we need is... Where's my null Nile gone? Is that my null Nile? Yeah, that's my null Nile. I need a null Nile on his arms just to help get that. What do you mean? How big is it? It's this big. So let's put him on the actual. Yeah, it just about fits on the screen. Is that big? And for reference, his base is. Have I got anything that can... Have I got a measuring device of some description near me? I must have a measuring device somewhere. That'll do. It's in inches, but it'll do. The floppy stick. His base is about 4 inches across. He's my Brutalis dreadnought. I want to use him just dreadnoughts. I want to field all my dreadnoughts at once just so I can field him as the main punching. Yeah, that's what you've got to worry about running at you. Never mind the other ones. He's going to have a Redemptor dreadnought, 2 box dreadnoughts, and a ballistus dreadnought with him. But he's going to be charging right up the table at you to do one thing, and that's to smash and break his way through your ranks. That's all he wants to do. He wants the crunchy, 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 crunchy. Obviously, the big guns on his side are counted as melters. Oh no, they're the ones on his wrist that are counted as melters. They're the more bolty variants that are on his shoulders. So he's got his melters on his wrists and bolty things on his shoulders. So we just need to darken up these arms again, and then a bit of his face, and just to get those areas that will be feathers. Just darkened a little bit. Some of them might actually need a bit of black paint on them as well, actually. Now I think now I'm looking at it. Or it just needs more wash. Holy Mother of Bears. Mother of Bears. Actually, no, the Mother of Bears is bigger. Oh, because I don't have my dual output on, I can't. Right, yeah. If it was on dual output, I could have not had something take over the entire screen. But as I'm not and everyone's on horizontal mode tonight, when I put the Rogues Den Hobby Break screen up, please use the 10% discount code, because that's what it's there for. It's there to be used. It's not like Graham's made it for just me to use, because I'd never use it, because the whole point is other people are supposed to use my discount code and I get models off Graham. But check out Rogues Den Hobbies, which I will put the break screen up for in a minute, because washes take longer than anything to dry, and I'm putting a wash on this fellow at the minute. So I've got to give him a little bit more time to dry for this to dry than I would with a normal paint. So what I'll do is I'll pop the break screen up in a minute. Go top my nicotine up. And then that gives you all a chance to get the website, the 10% discount code, and everything else. But for the majority of purchases going forward, apart from like Combat Patrol and probably the 11th edition box set, most of my stuff's going to be coming from Rogues Den Hobbies from now on. So here we go. Oh, perfect timing as well. Boom, there it is. So Rogues Den Hobbies, 10% off discount code for Laz10. Laz10 at checkout. So I'm going to be quick just because I've got to wait for this to dry. I'll take the advantage and I'll go for a cigarette, because I don't usually, it's the only chance I get really. Because I've got streaming mode up, it has automatically put the Arius Nation thing right up to the start again. I'm not sure why that or that. Yeah, be right back. So if anyone does wish to go have a quick toilet break, go make yourself a cup of tea, anything like that. Perfect timing is going to be now, and we should have some music. From a younger year. There we go. I shall see you. Static hearts, but the signal's clear. Every coin was a lifeline and calling out to us again. We were sparks against the dark. Every lyric lit a mark. Still I feel it, still it stays. Calling through the static case. Distant signals in the sky tonight. Every heartbeat screaming back in time. We were reckless. We were never blind. The fire we lit will never die. Every night was a crowded show. Slight lights in the undertow. Every face was a mirrored flame.
Every song still runs in our veins. We'll never fade, we'll never fold. These echoes never get old. Distant signals in the sky tonight. Every heartbeat screaming back in time. We were reckless, we were never blind. The fire we lit will never die. The fire we lit will never die. Another night under suburban skies. Dreams too big for a town this size. Every street feels like a cage. Every mile is another stage. We're burning faster than the ground. Every silence makes a sound. Chasing signals out of sight. Runaway hearts into the night. Like runaway satellites we fly. Breaking free from the weight of time. Every orbit pulls us high. We were made to cross the line. Flickering lights on the interstate. Every choice feels a little late. We don't belong where the echoes fade. We'll light it up with the mess we made. We're burning faster than the ground. Every silence makes a sound. Chasing signals out of sight. Runaway hearts into the night. Like runaway satellites we fly. Breaking free from the weight of time. Every orbit pulls us high. We were made to cross the line. We won't crash, we won't fall. Gravity can't take it all. Every scar is proof we tried. Every night we're amplified. Like runaway satellites we fly. Breaking free from the weight of time. Every orbit pulls us.
I'm back! I am. I'm back. Okay, let's see. Hopefully he's dried. And his arms are looking a lot darker, which is kind of what I wanted. And his face is looking a lot darker, which is also what I wanted. Yes, Chilcon prep is very important for Graham. But yeah, Northern, you're gonna have to get in the queue. There's me, and there's Twisted, and now there's you who all well, there's Sparkles is Twisted, and there's you who all want the kitty cats now. Graham, you've got 3 people waiting for these cats. So please, as soon as they go live, please put it in my Discord so people can know. Although I'm not going to Vatnarak or whatever it's called in York on Sunday. If they're up before the wedding, I've got a feeling they'll be ordered. I've just got a very, very sneaking suspicion that they will still get ordered before the wedding. So let's give the blue a bit of a shake. And let's see how well that blue goes over now. Get a wash brush. And I want the blue to come over the feathers, his arms, and his face. So we'll try at the back here first. Just to add a slight hint of blue over the feathers. Just directly DM you. They're live now, mate. Go, 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 go. Oh, excellent. So anyone who is going to ChillCon, if you are interested in the kitty cats, the test pieces are going to be for sale cheaper. Oh, Graham, I'm not going to ChillCon. That's like miles away in hotels and stuff. Oh, someone's car anyway, at least. I'm going to need something to stay in. I'll let Graham advertise that. I have no idea. Because I'm not going, I've not been spending a lot of attention on it. Sheffield. So it's in Sheffield. It's not too far away then. It's a few months away as well, so I know tickets are still available. So anyone who does want to go, you can. And there's not, obviously, Graham is the main reason anyone should be going. Always. Do you not think you're going to be able to make it, Northern? Well, at least if you don't make it, at least you can get a 10% off when you get them from the web store. Is there any? I don't think there are any. No, these are actual. No, the normal cats are there, Graham. Yeah, the normal cats. They're not. They're not D&D cats. In fact, Graham, would you mind popping the current one that you've been painting up in the Discord for me? And for everyone else, obviously. Not just for me to see, but for everyone else. I already know what it looks like. Yeah, they are like proper cats. So if you have a cat, you can paint it as that. Yeah, no, go to put that one up there. It'll make sense when people see that cat. It'll make a lot more sense. Although, Northern, if you do want cats with weapons, this is another one I get to blame Sparkles for. Where is she? What's she called again? Sonia. Let's get Sonia out. If you do want like D&D style characters, who did this one? I can't even remember who did these. Oh, Steamforge Games. That's the Maine Coon with a little dagger in the paw, stood in some books. So you can get cats with weapons. Like you've got a monk there with the staff. So you can get them. They're just expensive. There's the most pain in the rear end one in the world, which is the bloody Warlock. But they're available. They're a lot smaller than the ones that Graham will be selling though. They do need magnifiers to paint the damn things. But there's 12 of them in total. They go back over there. They give me a headache just thinking about them. They really do just give me a headache thinking about them. That is just... They cause so much pain. Especially that Persian Warlock. Just so much pain. Paint the damn things. His little gems on the head. The damn thing's 2 centimeters long and 1 centimeter tall, and he's got gems on his head, which bloody moron thought that would be a good idea, eh? Although there should be an entire playlist of that. Yeah, so the 32 will be slightly bigger than the ones I've just shown, I should imagine. Not much bigger, but slightly bigger. And yeah, the one that Graham's just popped in Discord is the larger one. As far as I'm aware, they're all available in both sizes. Or they will all be available in both sizes. Let's get some yellow wash on those feet. No worries. No worries. Well, don't take too much time because I'm speeding through this and I'm probably not going to be that much longer. And that's when I get to see what Graham sent me. Well, sent me and Sparkles anyway. I'm going to get to see soon. I'm going to get to see soon. See soon, see soon. See Sifu? 87 different cats. 87. Graham, you do realise Sparkles is going to want all 87. Just putting it out there, Sparkles is going to want all 87. I know this. You know this. So let's not beat about the bush on that. Sparkles likes it. So I'm guessing I'm going to like it. But I don't know. I don't actually know what it is. That's the only problem. Wild Rider Red and Fire Dragon Bright for his eye patch. Arr. I do this to myself, don't I? I do. I do this to myself. Sparkle sees models, I decide to make a diorama. That's how this has worked. Started out with just 12 cats, and then she's seen other models that she liked the look of, and we risk buying it off a third party. In this case, we won't go back to them. But in the meantime, we managed to find Graham. Go back to Graham. Get good stuff from him. No, he's not got an eye. I thought he had an eye patch. He has not got an eye patch. He has two eyes that are very close to the top of the rim of his hat. I mean, like, you can see one there. Let's flip the other side over. And remove that bit of red that we've just smudged in. And now we get to come in from, hopefully, the other side and not mess it up. Yes, I know this is a very weird grip on a brush. But he does have two actual red little eyes. Which I thought one was an eye patch, but apparently it isn't. But he does have two very nice little bright red eyes. What's left? Right, I need to do a cigarette, which is a very, very small amount of ivory with a little bit of that red at the end. So we're going to go for Wraithbone, just because it's easier to get a small amount of this out of the actual pot. Whereas if I use the dropper balls, I end up with too much, especially for the tiny little stick coming out of the mouth. OSL for the Bifter. OSL is not something I'm good at. I have not had enough practice at that, especially at this scale. However, I can put a nice glowy red tip on it. Hopefully anyway, I'm trying. But I don't want to paint too much on it for obvious reasons. So I don't know how well that actually shows up. I'm really not sure how well that shows up. I know how I can resolve that. Let's have a bit of a zoom in and see if it shows in on my phone. Well, I'm not using my phone, am I? I'm not using my phone for portrait mode, so I can use it again. And it's got battery power in it now, which is excellent. So let's go to camera. And let's cheat on the camera, shall we? So hopefully you can just about make out that there is a little bit of red there on the end. Along with, I've just realised I've painted way too much of his eye. And once you get so far in, it's difficult to see things. Well, go away. Let's back out of that camera shot again. Thank you. Now, I was going to use orange for the eye patch, but he's not got an eye patch now, has he? So, where can I want to do? I want to use orange on anything. And the blue's not quite done as I wanted it to do, so maybe a tad bit of a dry brush just to kind of help sort him out a little bit. Again, on his arms. He's all battered anyway, sod it. I need to replace these tracky bottoms. So let's just do a bit of that on it and we can go from there. And let's try and sort this feather section out with a little bit of a dry brush and then a re-go over with either Coelia Godshade or the Dragonov Knight, one of the two. I'll do what I just too bloody much again, too much. I do want to be able to tint those feathers just that little bit more, just to get that blue coming through nicely. It's just going to take a little bit more work on it, that's all. As long as I can get the blue showing down here, I'm not too bothered about the fact that the shaded bit under the hat you won't be able to see as much. But I definitely want to get that tail all nice and blue. All nice and blue. Wash brush back out, but this time I'm going to go straight into the pot rather than try and use the lid and get a good coating of blue in there, as much as like an overwash almost of blue. Just to make sure it has definitely got that tint into it. Damn it, don't do that. Now stand up and let the wash drop. There we go. stand him up there for a second just so that the wash can run down into the places where it needs to. Just like wash, let it run, and let it come down. Now, how far off am I to actually finishing this little fellow? See, he's looking quite well done at the moment, in fairness. I could do with a little bit of an Agrax on some of his sections, like the trousers. The blue should hopefully dry quite nicely, if you can see how it's coming in there. But I'm definitely going to need an Agrax Earthshade wash. Shade Agrax. Why have you just fallen off? Why? Well, stay there. Wash brush again. Now, Agrax his hat and Agrax his trousers. Yeah, that's about right. Agrax his hat and Agrax his trousers. And while I'm shaking this, I get to go back and check one or two things just to make sure. Ah, yeah, there's a dot on my server. I was wondering why there was a dot on my server, and that is why there's a dot on my server, because I asked for it to be there. Thank you very much, Noel. Thank you very much. Now for the washy stage. Hopefully the finally washy stage, but we'll find out. I'll probably end up finding more bits that I have to add to. And go, no, that's not right, that's not right, and that's not right. Let's wash that, and that now. So. I think I've figured out what I want to do instead of going to Vapnorak on Sunday. I think I might take a trip over to Stockport, you know. And for those of you wondering, why would I even go to Stockport? That is where Element Games is. My closest actual friendly local game shop is on the other side of bloody Manchester. Of course it is. I never managed to get anything quite easy. What's still playing in the background? Have I still got that music running? I hope not, because that takes up valuable resources. Valuable resources. I mean, it doesn't take up RAM, but it takes up, well, yeah. A lot of my sound comes through my graphics as well, so it takes up graphics resources. Okay, so let's have a... Essentially, that is damn near close to finish now. He is very damn near close to finish now. So I've got the Sunbursty guitar, which in fairness could do with a little bit more around the top, around there. Because he only holds on by 1 foot, he just drops. It's not funny. It's not great. And luckily, nothing's broken on him yet. Like Barnabas, who's broke his ankles about 4 times so far. Just because he's took dives off the top of the bloody diorama. So just to help that sunbursty effect, let's go around the top section there, which is not done anywhere quite as much. So we can get that weirdy effect on there all the way around now. That's a little bit better. No, what? Right, I've said something that has required the question of no. What required the answer of no? Because I forgot the question. Already, yes, I know. I only asked it a second or two ago, but I've already forgot the question. I know the answer's 42, but I don't know what the question is. Oh, 6 times 7. Kids have already worked that one out for us, haven't they? They don't like that. Modern day kids don't like that when they do that 6-7 thing and you answer them with 42. They don't like it. I think it's bloody brilliant. But that's me. Okay, so while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to find out now what Sparkles and all of you already know. Oh, right, is the music still playing in the background? I meant more for me. I know I'd muted it on the mixer, so I know you wouldn't really be able to hear it, but it was still triggering certain things on my PC. So I've closed it now, so it's definitely shut. So I'm going to have a look now at what Graham has sent, because I'm waiting for the model to finish, to put final finishing touches on. So Sparkles, would you be kind enough to hand it me, please? Wherever it is, whatever it is. Ooh, what's this? Oh, Graham. You've sent me wait a minute, no. This has got something in it. I was just happy with the fancy box with the 2026. Is this supposed to be a ring box? Is this supposed to be a ring box? I mean, you're going to be there, so. That's nice. I mean, if you look at that. That's a very nice box. But I can feel something in it. Is there something in it? I'm opening it. I'm moving that out of the way first, though. I don't want to accidentally get something on this. So in this box, which has been sent by Graham for a wedding present for me and Sparkles, even though we're not getting married till the end of the year, he said we can open it early. So let's open it, because I can't open it until I've done this magical world of Sparkles and Oak, and well, the last piece is drying. Holy right, let's take the paper out. And holy, can you see this? Graham. 18, 15, 12, 10. It is. Oh, the Nat 20 as well. The Nat 20 is a Rogue's Den symbol. Now, did you know about the two colours? I'm going to ask, first of all, Graham, did you know about mine and Sparkle's favourite colours? Mine's blatantly obvious, I've said it numerous times, but did you know about Sparkle's? Because this is actually quite fitting, because my favourite colour being blue and Sparkle's favourite colour being purple. And these are absolutely... But I've just realised, essentially, it's a dice tray. And Sparkle's got a 15 on her D20. Have to test the dice out. If you get a dice, you've got to give it a roll. You've got to... Yes, you quiz me covertly. Ooh. And I get a 12 on mine. Ooh. No, don't drop on there. No. Look after them. They don't get to get dropped in there. 12 and a 13. Oh, look at the D4. I like that D4. That's... I don't have any D4s like this. Dude, thank you so much. Thank you. It's even glittery. Sparkles is glittery. No, Sparkles is the clear. Mine are glittery. These are beautiful. And again, the high score on all of them has the Rogue's Den Hobbies logo. So there is absolutely no disputing where these came from. I'm guessing that's going to be on them all. There's the 1, 11. Let's look for the 12. There it is. Rogue's Den Hobbies logo again. So everyone, the high number is the Rose Den Hobbies logo. Awesome. And it's a nice little velveteen box as well inside. And we can also do that as well. So my ring can go there, Sparkles' ring can go there, and temporarily remove the dice for the day. And we could use this for a ring box. That's dual function. Dual function. But no, they are really nice. Oh, kids get the friggin' hands off these is what they can do. If you've never seen pure excitement in a 42-year-old man, there you go. No, that's fine. No. Thank you. Oh, they're beautiful. I've got to admit, I'm the most impressed with the D4s. Because most D4s I get are just pyramids. These are like prisms. It's like full like prism. And so it's because it's clear, you can see through. That was really nice. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you so much. Now I feel really bad for not doing your hotel room at the same time I was doing Dave's. And yes, I know you're going to pay me the money back, but still it would have got you sorted. Right, close that. That keeps. But look. Nice branches there. 2026, obviously the year we're going to be getting married. Oh, that is beautiful. It's really nice. Thank you, mate. Thank you. I'm going to hand this back to the safe person. Still not happy yours rolled higher than mine, though. Right, so let's have a look at Northern. What have I got left to do? I can't have much left to do now. And it's going to be just finding the bits that I've missed. Like the underside of the feathers, I've just seen the underside of the feathers that I missed. And then I've got to put 2 little spots of silver at the bottom of the guns. And then he is done. He is done. So 2 tiny little spots of silver. Or gunmetal anyway, because I forgot to do the tips of his gun. And then a little bit of a blue wash on his tail. And then this chappy needs to get glued to a base. So just cover the ends of the guns. I just put the palette on top of the water pot because I'm clever. I'm really clever. And once I've done this and glued him onto his base, I'll start talking about the next project. And the next project is going to be fun. I'm not going to be able to actually start the actual bit straight away because I'm still waiting for pieces and parts to arrive. But I do get to do some other stuff in the meantime, so it's not going to be too bad. I will be able to start it next week, which is good. I just need to put that blue wash in there that I forgot. There we go. You stand there and dry. Please stand there and dry. We have a base for you over there. Excelente. Which is one of the dark textured bases, one of those ones. And then we can sort that out and glue him on. So we've just got glue onto his base now once he's dry. While we are waiting though, Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I believe, has it been sent through a... I believe it got sent through a private message. And ding 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 ding, is it a bit further up? Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Yes, it is. It's there. Okay. So while we are waiting for that, I will very quickly in this case, this is something that got sent to me a few weeks ago by Steve F, who a few of you have seen him in the chat before, and he is Mars in the Discord, as you can probably see on the screen. He sent me an Orc stage. Now across the top there are lights. I have started to dismantle this so I can get the Orc and strip him down and paint him, and get the Gretchen off the top and strip him down and paint him. So I have pulled it apart a little, but across the tops where you can see all the Lego, there are also Christmas lights. Northern, you have got it in one. So I got sent that in a condition that needed repairing. Still in reasonable condition, as in what that is, and I still have kept certain sections as they are. So all the flower pots and the little things that look like speakers I've kept like that, but they're not actually speakers. So what I'm going to do, starting next week on Thursdays, is I will be rebuilding the stage area, painting up the models, redoing the rigging, giving it a dance floor in front of it, and I have also ordered, which as I said I am waiting for something to arrive. In this case, it is this. As you can see, it has got 2 speakers on it, and it's got little lights on it. It's also got a Bluetooth connection. So these speakers will be going into the Orc stage, and those lights will be working at the front, with the Christmas lights working around the stage, and various other Orky pieces that I have, like this one. So it will be a working Bluetooth speaker. That is also going to be a diorama, but I have parts like the big Orc face from the Stomper that I didn't use on the Stomper, so this is up for grabs for going on it. So this will be being used. As I said, I will be using the Sky Shield landing pad as the actual dance floor. So it'll essentially be like speaker here, lights across there, stage built up, and then this becomes Orky dance floor from there, which is going to be excellent. Now I've had a better look at the actual Orc that is the singer. Oh, wait a minute, before I go get him, I have at least the starts for the Orc to be the drummer. So I've got a couple of arms there, a torso and heads, as well as lots of Orc glyphs all over to be using, as well as spiky bits and basically lots of spare bits from the Stomper. Lots of spare bits from the Stomper, which can be scattered all around. So there's going to be quite a few things going on there. A few more spare pieces on there as well. So I have lots of glyphs and stuff to be expanding that with. Have you dried yet? Oh, you have. Awesome, 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 awesome. Let's find my glue. Let's find my glue. Get the pen out and open you. Find the glue. Find the glue. Pin it out and open you. Ow. I only need a small bit of glue because it's only a small area where his actual foot touches. But I want to make sure that he is actually stood upright if I can, as much as possible. Let's get rid of all the glue off the bottom of his foot now, because I've just realised that I'm going to have to do this the weirdy way, which is with the human activator, which is not the best one in the world. Well, actually no, it is. It's bloody brilliant because it's what the glue was made to react with in the first place, but it has a very, very small contact point. So let's let him dry on his base now, and then that should be him. That's it done. That's it all done. So I'm going to go get the Orky Raving Man, or the Raving Orc, whichever one you wish to call him. It's the Blood Bowl Orc, in an old one, in case anyone has seen him before. I'm just going to pop off and get him now. Where did I put? I think I left him on the box. Yeah, I did. I left him on the actual thingy-mabobby box. So I have stripped him down for colour-wise, so I can repaint him. I'm not saying Steve's colour scheme was bad. His colour scheme was fine. You got a brew? Oh, please say you've made me one as well. But oh no, I've still got one. I mean, Steve's paint job was fine. It was just a little thick for me, so I have stripped him down. Now, he is an orc, so he isn't going to be the most intelligent. The microphone will be coming out the bottom of his hand, not the one near his mouth, while he's screaming into it. So there is going to be the singer. That is going to be on the front. We also have the weird throwing his hands out Gretchen, as well as this one that needs his hand replacing. So we still have a couple of Gretchens. Can I pick you up now? Yes, I can. Awesome. So there we have Nothern, the College of Valor Bard, ready to walk forward and fill you full of lead. Those feathers have turned out quite nice. Thank you for the tip on that one, Northern. To put the blue on there. Those feathers have turned out quite. Just a hint of blue. Just a hint of blue. Not too much. I mean, it has got little bits of colour in with the green and the yellow. So it's not completely brown. And obviously, if you can get right in there, you can get to his eyes. A very dark leather worn hat. I'm liking him. I'm liking him a lot. But as I said, going back to the stage, which is next week's, I have dismantled the actual stage itself for the best part, because I had to get models off them and it wasn't easy. But already, before I even get the speakers, the actual stage itself has got these attached to it. So the stage already has lights, which they are Christmas lights, so I can press the button and it changes how they flash. Now what I need to know is whether or not I can dismantle this section here and solder it onto the board. If I can, then hopefully these lights will start reacting like the other lights, which will react to the music. If not, I'm just going to have the lights like so. And I'll just have to rebuild this back together with lots and lots of convoluted and twisted weird ways of doing things. I mean, it has already been chopped up a little bit, so it does work, but I will need to put more in so we can actually get lights already. So that's the idea for... Oh, he does actually tell me what they are. So 9 times is off. Good. I will be keeping this piece as much as possible intact, with the small exception of speakers to go into these. But these are really nice, just additions, just to be able to flesh it out overwards. And I do like these 2 arc lifts that he's made. So I'm going to try and keep this in total as much as I can, and in one piece if at all possible. But the back part of it will need some work, definitely. But I do have, obviously with that being there, I do have places to put the boards and everything else. So it is going to be a fun project, I think. Don't know how long it's going to take. I did specify a year for the Sparkles and Oak project, and it's been there or thereabouts, with the couple of weeks that I've had off, which making it this one the 45th to finalise and do it. I do need to find some more Gretchens, and I have an idea for a drum kit, and it starts with a squig kick. Problem is, as you've all seen on Discord, I've now put all my Warhammer in the cupboard over there. It's 5'7" stack tall. Are those what they are? I think they were bottle lids. Yeah, bottle lids and yeah, some kind of dessert pot, I think. But either way, yeah, essentially pots and with lids glued in them. They do make for excellent little speakers. Steve's idea to do this was genius in and of itself. Then when he gave it to me and said, just go run with it, mate, and I spotted that Bluetooth speaker setup, yeah, I'm taking it just a little bit further now. So it will be usable. I do have somebody working on some non-copyrighted music with some samples from me, or some Orky samples from me, which I believe I can at least divulge what those Orky samples are going to be, or at least some of them. So let's have a look, shall we? Because I've recorded them on my phone. Where are they? It'll be in there, and it'll be voice recorder, won't it? It'll be voice recorder. All recordings. Let's turn the volume up now. Volume up. So these are going to be the samples that will be being used. So we'll start at the bottom with the quiet version. Night Graham, thank you very much, A, for coming in, and thank you for those, not only the dice, the presentation box. No, that's wonderful, mate. Thank you very much for them. Have a good night, enjoy your sleep, fun day, not stressing at work tomorrow, and look forward to the weekend. Good luck to you on that one as well. But thank you so much, mate. Thank you so much. That was not what I was expecting. And I don't know what to say except thank you. You've done the impossible. You've made me speechless. So let's bring this closer to the microphone so you can actually hear it. So yeah, the quiet one. That's the quiet one.
Go get 'em, boys.
We have Go Get 'em Boys.
That's dead on nice.
Apparently that's nice.
Get grumpy.
Somebody's not gonna have a good day after that one. What else have we got? We have the loud version. Oh, this is much louder on that one.
You just get garbage. How that sounds?
That one's gonna need editing, of course, because I messed up at the end of that one.
Get stuck in, boys.
Another one. I think there's only one, two. There's only 3 more left.
Green is always the best. More Daka. Daka.
So we have Green is Best and Dakar, and then we have the
We's the Orcs, and we's ready to fight and win.
Orcs Fight and Win. So all those samples have been sent over to somebody else who can actually write music. So he's going to write me something with those, or some of those in it, so that when I do finish that Bluetooth speaker setup, I get to play them, or play it through it, and that way I don't get shouted at by somebody else because I'm used their music. Obviously, I'm going to have to credit the music writer, but I'm also going to have to put myself in as the lyricist, technically. Not really lyrics, I know, but I'm the one who did the lyrics, so are the samples, so I will be crediting myself for that. Now then, shall we try and make room to put this full diorama on the desk and put him where he needs to go? I think we should. I think we should try and make room on the desk to pull the diorama up and put him where he needs to go. Also, give Buzzard a chance to make a cup of tea and come back. Let's move to Desolation Marines for now, because we'll be finishing them off on Monday, don't worry. Then they can go in the big box, which is at the bottom of the big pile. I didn't plan that very well. The Space Marines are at the bottom of the 5'7" pile of war. Orcs aren't at the bottom, no. So let's pull the diorama out now, because it is, well, once I put Northern on, it is done. It is done. Now, Northern, where are you, my friend? Where are you? You go up here with them. And now we have all, how many? 1, 2, 3. I think it's 35 characters in total that go on here. That way around. Forgetting which way around some of the characters go and forgetting where they actually go. That does not help. He goes there. He goes there. So you go a bit further that way. You go further back there. You're all the way back there. Yep. Let's have a look round then, shall we? Because this is done. Let's see what I've done. So let's disconnect that from there for a moment and sling that back that way. So on the top floor we have Beaky. We have Rose. I don't think we have anything for the Little Mushroom Man yet. Or the Little Otter Dude. Or the Displacer Kitty. Or the Sheep Cleric. We move down to the next layer. We have the Metallic Wizard Lizard. We have Chester, who's now been upgraded to a hat. Northern, the fastest gun in the world of Oak and Sparkles. Well, they do get to go to a few different places. We do have Dave and David, D&D. We have renamed the spider, and I can't remember what to. We have the Red Fox Archer. We have Shamash, the Dragonborn Paladin. We have yet to find a class or a name for this little one. And we have the Yellow Turtle all the way there at the back with his weird bonk stick. Coming down, we also now have Ember, the little dragon that helps with the forge, as well as the Copper Cat that runs the forge. Obviously, Oak and Sparkles. With Jeff, the barbarian butterfly with the bonk stick. Ali, the barbarian. In fact, let's move the light down a little bit further. The barbarian kitty cat. And behind them is the metallic purple and green bumblebee. We also have, get back in, little panda dude, the red panda monk sat there all the way at the back, rummaging away in his pack of gold. We have the two fighting brothers, as well as Nadal, and obviously the bartender. We have Gris, Storm and Cyclone down here at the front. And then up at the top, which is how we've just finished it all, we have Northern. We have what's the penguin called? I can't remember what the penguin's called. We do have the two little familiars which have yet to be named though. One is a little dragon thing and one is a little metallic-y green and blue critter. And then we have Barnabas right there at the top. So that is all of the Magical World of Sparkles and Oak done. Completed. Including the, obviously naming the Mirage Bar down at the bottom with his two little sections for putting cups on, which I may end up becoming additions to. Oh, wait a minute, have I got that the right way? Nope, there we go. Sorry about that. I know, I'm apologising for the close-up of my face more than anything else. So we do have the Magical World of Sparkles and Oak now complete. I will take more pictures. And if anyone wishes to help do stat sheets, I have about 6 or 7 done at the minute. So there's still a lot more to go. I do not have any of the familiars done yet though. So there's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 familiars to do. So we do have some work that aren't on full characters, but we do have, like, both the 2 shark fighters have been done. Sparkles and Oak have been done. Shamash has been done. And there are a few others that have been done. I just can't find my phone now to go and have a look. There it is. Who else has been done for stat sheets? I can't remember. Dave and David have been done. Both of them have been done because they are two full characters with very odd mechanics. So we have Sid, we have Shadow as the 2 level 7 fighters. We have Ali's got a sheet. Ali's been done now. So Ali now has a stat sheet as well. Dave and David, which is the Barbarian Sorcerer. And I'm Shamash, as well as Sparkles and Oaks. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the characters have been done so far. Let me just go in and check. Oh no, the Panda Monk, Wave the Open Hand has been done, so that's 8. The Barkeep Cthulhu guy has been done, so that's 9. So we have 9 done so far. This is more other stuff for the wedding. You don't really want to see that. That's just me making a list of stuff. So 9 characters done so far. Still a lot to go. Still a lot of stat sheets to go. But at least I can get an editable stat sheet now and put them in there. And that will be... Those will be available on Discord as soon as I've made them. Can't even shut this book now. There we go. Double check the big book just to make sure I've not missed anyone else. Oh, I've got my certificate that I got from the Bears Pass. I forgot about that. That's in here as well. So no, just Sparkles and Oak done in here so far. I have done a little bit of a picture of Sparkles as the Life Domain Cleric. But I've not written the stats and done the actual sheeting for them yet. Cthulhu. Thulue. Cthulhu. So I do have some cards, so that 9 so far. But that's not even covered the bottom floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, that's not even covered the bottom floor yet. I've got many, many magic users to do, from wizards and sorcerers and warlocks and bards and paladins and clerics. So they're all going to need stat sheets, and the Eldritch Knight. Buzzard, if your backlight is the Eldritch Knight, that is the Buzzard Owl. And then I've got to remember what different classes I've give other ones, because obviously the Way of the Open Hand monk is not going to be the way of the same type of monk as this chappie, who has a quarterstaff. So he's going to be a different type of monk. I'm just not sure what type. I can't remember what type I was going to do him. I do know I've got to find a different type of barbarian. Would I give Jeff a barbarian typing? Ali is a totem barbarian and Jeff is a Storm Herald barbarian. We have Barnaby the Rogue Bat. Yep. Oh no, Hamoto Yoshi. We do have a name for this one. This one is Hamoto Yoshi. The spider's new name is Deck. Deck the spider. That's what you've got to do. Deck the spider. That's what you should do in real life. Still no name for the yellow fox, the lizard, the displacer cat, or the yellow turtle. So that's still 4 that we need. The mushroom is Marty. That's it. We do not have the sheep cleric, so that's the 5th one. Oh, the otter monk is Wave the Shadow and is a Silas. Northern is the Bard of Valor. We do not have a name for the penguin assassin. We have had ideas that have been put forward, but no actual. We don't have a name for the critter. The Drake dog, which is this one. The goldy greeny thing. We have had some suggestions. We've had Harry the Hellhound and Mr. Bigglesworth. And I think that's it from now. For now. That's everybody else. No, the copper cat still. The copper blacksmith cat still needs a name. So there are some that need naming still. It's about, as I said, it's about 8 in total. The rest have all got names and classes. But we do have like Orin, Sybil, Hrothgar, Shin, Percival, Maharag, Mizrench, Narb, Captain Batten. Can't forget that one. Silas, Pyle, Paele, I think it was called. Leon, Carl Thulu, which I think will end up being the bartender's name. And Iku. We have Iku as a final one. So now that they've all been painted, the diorama itself is made. It will be going back into there. I will not be bringing it out until we're playing. But still 8 characters to go. So we'll be doing stat sheets. We'll be doing on Discord. Sitting here making stat sheets for characters is not very fun to do on YouTube. So we'll do that via Discord. That should make it easy enough for everyone else to come in and help out, especially if there's a character that you particularly like. You like the look of it, you're like, no, I really want to help with that one. I've got an idea for it. If you've got an idea for it, the backstories are pretty much all going to be the same to a degree. The backstory is going to be how they got to this island place. So that's kind of all going to be the same. They didn't start here, but they've ended up here. And from this place, they venture forth to go do their adventuring. Once they've had a message in a bottle that's arrived through the portal, which is... Technically, the portal is right here, which is why you can't see it on the diorama. And they all exit through the portal to go on to their mission. It's also the portal they got here via, so maybe there will be a story session just for the backstory of the magical world of Sparkles and Oak and how they ended up here. I'm going to have to do a lot of writing for that, though. And a lot of thinking, I think. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a lot of thinking and a lot of writing for that. But I'm done. There's part of me that doesn't believe that I've finished. There is part of me that genuinely doesn't believe that I've finished. So I don't know what to do from here. There's a part of my head going, "You finish, you idiot. Close the stream." And it's like, yeah, but no, I can't finish. Look at it. There's loads. It's like, regardless of how much there is, loads. So let's do the photographing a bit while everyone's here and you can all see me doing it. And it's like, no, Loz has done the photos. I've just watched him. I know there's photos of that out there now. So let's try and do full photos if we can. No, it's not going to let me do a full photo. It's not going to let me do a full photo. Sorry for blinding you all there, people. That was not my intention. Ewan the Brave? Oh, just Ewan for the sheep. Yeah. Where's my pen? There's my pen. Sheep. War. He is a war cleric after all. Ewan. E-W-E-A-N. Ewan. Fair enough. The cleric sheep is called... Oh, sorry, the war cleric sheep. Bear in mind, he's still a war cleric. That is a bunk stick, not a praying stick. So we have... top floor. Middle floor. Top of there. Bottom of there, and then we'll bring this a bit further over to get these. And then we bring it all the way down to the water level last, which I do need to bring the light down because Grish is not getting lit up at all there. And Storm is not even facing in the right direction. Neither is Cyclone. And then we have water. Awesome. So now we have all the photos of all the layers. I've just got to line it up so I can take a big photo of it, the entire thing. Let's go upload them onto Discord now. And I believe after that we will call it an evening. It is getting on a bit now. It's nearly 12 o'clock. It's getting late. It's nearly midnight. Finish models. This might be the first time I actually get to put something in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That gets sent. And now we bring Northern down somewhere we can get a good picture of him. In fact, there's going to be good because it gives him a backdrop. And we get that light right in there. Right in there. And turn your phone around the right way. That does help. And I've got this 4K camera here. I've got this one here, and I'm using a phone. Don't ask. If I ever made sense, you'd be worried. You all would. Don't lie. You would all be worried if I ever actually made sense. Now let's... No worries, no. That's kind of why I'm... Look, if I'm not entertaining you, then I'm doing something wrong on YouTube. Regardless whether or not I use it for therapy, if I'm not entertaining you, then I'm doing it wrong for YouTube. Because that's the whole point, is if you're going to be willing to spend your time with me, I've got to give you something worthwhile to spend your time with. So let's crop the picture of Northern down. Just so it's not a load of things like paints and stuff in the background. Save that. Replace the original. And you... Northern, not Northern. Northern. I didn't think about spelling it with a V-U-N. That goes in the Sparkles and Oak discussion. And now we put Northern. N-O-R dash V-U-N. Northern. And now I need to go back to the book to find out what type it is. I'm sure I said Valor. Yeah, Valabard. There we go. Northern the Valabard is up there, and I forgot to take the picture of the back of him. Oh, he's an idiot, yes I am. He's an idiot, yes I am. Can you sing with me? No you can't, 'cause I'm an idiot, yes I am. Focus on that bit. Why is my thing? It's got a finger in the way. Let's just check this. So it is showing up the blue. The sunburst isn't quite the correct, but the leather house looking nice. Just gotta crop that one down now. Because again, paint's in the background, not a good thing. Oh, jeez, my cat wasn't happy with that, was she? Oh dear. Oh, Sparkles moved. That's why the cat isn't happy. Right, let's go put the back shot in of him as well. I will remember to do most things eventually. Who's already... Aha! Narvin, you've already put a heart on that one. Well, yeah. I wonder why. I'm not that daft. He's been named after you. So there's the back of him as well. So you can see front and back. I'm actually quite happy with... I'm very happy with him. But he gets to go back up on the top shelf, though. Because he hangs around up there. It has been a fun old evening, hasn't it, people? It has been a fun old evening. Show us the cat. I don't have... Which cat? Wait a minute. I've got 12 cats and they're all D&D cats. Unless you want this cat.
Does it mean the real cat?
Oh, do you mean the real cat? Do you mean the real cat that whinges, whines and runs away from me to go to a food bowl? Because that's all I'm good for as far as she's concerned. She is 18 this year though, so... She's old kitty. She's a grumpy old kitty. Then if she's not sat on Sparkles' lap, which is... I'm obviously not showing you that picture. For obvious reasons, if you can't figure that one out, then go back and have a look. Sparkles doesn't come on camera. Well, she's been sat on Sparkles' lap all evening. She just wants cuddles. And now Sparkles has moved its... What have you moved to? Come back! Come back! And if I move from here, it's straight to the bowl. Feed me! Feed me! Meow! Meow! That's all I get from her. I'm the fooder. The other one's and Sparkles is the cuddler. I've done it to myself, really, but yeah. I can't really do much. So, wonderfully, yeah, Magical World of Sparkles and Oak has now been completed. There's still a part of me that's not quite processed this yet. So it'll go through eventually. 8 names to go. If you've got any, please join the Discord, throw them in the Sparkles and Oak discussion. Even if you don't know which one, just go, that sounds like a good fantasy name, that sounds like a good fantasy name, that sounds like a good name for a character, that sounds like a good name for a character. Me and Sparkles will sort through and go, right, that one for that one, that one for that one, that blah, 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 blah. Do all the rubbishy stuff. As I said, I will be doing the sheets in the Discord channel on chat, which means I'll be starting to spend more time in there as well. So if anyone wishes to come and help while I'm in there, please feel free. But next week we'll be starting on a whole new project. A whole new project that I'm just not ready for. I'm not ready for this new project. I've got a week to get myself ready for it. This is going to be fun. But until then, until next week, well, Monday when we finish the Desolation Squads, I suppose, I look forward to seeing you all there. If you have stuff to do, don't worry about it. Please enjoy your weekend. Drive safely, and I will see you next week. Oh, I've got an end screen, haven't I? Yeah. I do have an end screen. I'm going to talk through this for a minute. Why not? So who are we thanking? We're thanking the Eclectic Bird. We are thanking Beaky Buzzard, who has a character. We are thanking Graham at Rogues Den Hobbies. Please do use that 10% discount code at Rogues Den Hobbies. Laz10 on that one. Ali's and Menace, who does have Ali the Barbarian. Calm, who does not have a character, but he is one of the unpaid goons, so please be careful. Blake TV, a very good friend of mine who actually got me started on YouTube. Ramrod, one of the other unpaid goons, so please, with respect. Sparkles Oak, the complete reason I've done this entire project. Rabbit Hole Library. Kirsty, you have been missed, you've not been in for a while. Joey from Square Table Degenerates, I've been wearing your t-shirt all night, mate. Steve, who has got me ready for the next project. Mick T, who I hope you're doing well. I've not spoken to you for a while, mate. JV's Hangout, who was the host for my YouTube introduction. Ezra, who gave me the idea to actually go and do my own channel. Captain Baptin, who has been an absolute amazing supporter of the channel since day one, along with Haylux Squirrel, who actually taught me how to position my stuff on the screen. Twisted Nerve Painting, who's the one who made this fantastic little reel we're watching now. And, of course, all of you, every single subscriber I have. If it weren't for you, I would have given up long time ago. Please, thank you for coming